TNA's Bound for Bankruptcy is this Sunday, and why do I say bound for bankruptcy? Well, because of the recent news over the past few weeks that TNA needs funding for Bound for Glory this Sunday, as well as the TV productions and the TV show that they'll tape probably after Bound for Glory or the next night after Bound for Glory. Uh, Basically, WWE is in the running for buying it. Um, but at that time, there are several others. I mean, Ring of Honor, Sinclair Broadcasting is also in there. Billy Corgan also wants to buy TNA, which is also the scenario with Eric Bischoff with WCW in late 2001 that did not happen, unfortunately, with the merger of Time Warner and AOL. There is no merger at this point, not that we know of. And of course, Arlux Security, or Arlux, whatever the company was, also has a stake in this as well. Um, Bound for Glory predictions will probably happen if the show is funded, because they basically need the money at this point to run the show this Sunday and to run the television for the next couple weeks, if not taping it for those next few days for the next couple weeks. The fact is, they're not making as much money as they were with Spike TV a long time ago, and I don't even know what they were making with Destination America, but it probably wasn't much. As well as Pop, I don't know if their money is like Spike TV money. It's not going to happen. Plus, with Panda Energy cutting them off and making Impact Incorporated, or whatever it was called, Impact Dynasties or whatever that now operates the company, this could be the end of TNA as we know it. This could really be the end of TNA. I mean, fact is, they need money, and they will need it in cash, or they will need it in checks that will clear by Friday. They need to get them in there by Friday, because as we all know, banks close on Sunday, and banks aren't really active during the weekend. So the fact is, if it is not in hard cold cash, as they say, and if it is not in checks or some kind of wiring of money that TNA needs, this could be the very last TNA show. And I know people have said that for years. I understand that. But this is the second time in a row that money has been needed this year for funding for TNA. I mean, Arlux had a controlling stake in that just to make television run this summer, let alone this spring, let alone a little bit last year, because the tapings, depending on when they tape and depending when they tape again, the money trail is really bad. But the question now is, who will buy TNA? WWE is a big stake in this, but, if they were the buyer, TNA would basically die. They would be purchasing the tape library, the 14-year-old company, which is ironic because TNA in its early years had a network. They had their own network before anybody else had it. Before even the WWE network was even an idea, TNA had it. They got rid of it. It was one of their biggest money makers for sure, and it was really cheap actually at the time. But they were stupid enough to get rid of it. WWE could put it on their network. And it's funny because TNA once had a network, and it may not work. And if anything, this could mean a lot. This could mean another invasion angle. I doubt it, but it probably could happen. I doubt it would happen, but, and of course, Billy Corgan again, he's in the process right now of buying the company, but we do not know if that deal is now or if that deal is weeks in the future. Because if that is weeks in the future, TNA will die. TNA could possibly die, and I will not cover Bound for Glory until the money is founded. If the money is not funded, if they are not funded in general, I will not cover Bound for Glory, because what is the point of talking about it if the pay-per-view doesn't happen. If the show does not happen and the TV shows don't happen, what's the point? Is what I'm trying to say here. Because TNA, like it or not, will either be bound for glory or bound for bankruptcy. And at this point, I am banking on bankruptcy for TNA.